Tale of Muchkund. Maitre asked Gurudev, who was that sleeping man? Parashar says, O king, that sleeping man was Muchkund, the son of the king Mandhata. The gods had sought his assistance in their war against the demon during the Satya Yuga. With Muchkund's help, the gods had defeated the demons and thus pleased had asked him to seek a boon. Muchkund then had sought a boon of seeing God in tangible form. The gods had assured him that he would have a sight of God in Dwapar Yuga. Since Dwapar Yuga was still far away, so Muchkund had asked, what should I do till then? The gods asked him to sleep somewhere and blessed him with a boon that whoever waked him up would be incinerated at once by his glance. Thus, in order to get Kalyavan incinerated and show Muchkund with his divine form, Lord had gone to that spot where Muchkund was sleeping. Muchkund got the sight of God in Chaturbhuj form and sought a boon of continuous devotion for 3 births. Thus, Lord defeated Malech army and captured all their wealth. He also defeated Jarasandh and caused great joy for the people of Dwarka. The king of Anat, Ravat, got his daughter Revati married to Balram with the blessing of Brahma. Message of Rukmani for Lord Krishna. Parashar says, Bhishmak was the king of Vidarbha. He had 5 sons and a daughter Rukmani. Rukmi, the eldest son of Bhishmak, had fixed his sister's engagement with Shishupal, the prince of Chadi. Narda did not like this development. He went to Kundanpur, the capital of Vidarbha, and said in the court of Bhishmak, O king, I am coming from Dwarka. Bhishmak said, O great sage, I have never heard about any city named Dwarka. Thus, in the court of Bhishmak, Narda narrated about the life of Lord Krishna and the grandeur of Dwarka. Bhishmak heard the tale with full attention. His daughter Rukmani too enjoyed the tale. But Rukmi had a strong opposition against Lord Krishna. Ignoring the wish of his father, he was not ready to get his sister married to Lord Krishna. On the appointed day, Shishupal appeared there in a procession to get married with Rukmani. But Rukmani was determined to marry Lord Krishna. She sent a love letter to Krishna through a loyal Brahman and declared a fast unto death. Lord Krishna read her letter, which said, O Trilokinath, since the moment these years have heard about your virtues, actions, character and place, my soul experiences divine peace. O Achyut, my mind is dedicated in your feet. O great among the men, this Rukmani has dedicated herself in your feet. Now it is up to you to see that no jackal could take away the lion's share. The Brahman, the carrier of the letter, returned to Kundanpur with an assurance from Lord Krishna. Lord Krishna too called the charioteer and set out at once for Kundanpur. There in Kundanpur, Rukmani, after getting the assurance from the Brahman, was thus waiting for Lord Krishna's arrival. Preparations for Rukmani's marriage with Shishupal were on with full swing in Kundanpur. All the houses, streets and lanes were cleaned and sprinkled with scented water. All the men and women folk donned new clothes and ornaments. King Bhishmak worshipped his ancestors and gods and welcomed the Brahmans liberally. Extremely beautiful Princess Rukmani was given ceremonial bath and donned with auspicious clothes and bracelets. The king of Chedi, Damghosh, got the auspicious rites for the marriage of his son Shishupal, performed by Brahmins. All the Baratis, people in marriage procession, were given grand reception. Many great kings like Shav, Jarasandh, Dantavaktra, Vidurath and Pondrak were present in the marriage procession. They had come with their armies with an intention of fighting Krishna and Balram. After Krishna's departure, Balram to set out for Kundanpur with Chaturangini with 4 wings army, for he had known about their opponents' preparedness. Rukmani was eagerly awaiting Lord Krishna's arrival. She had received the news that Dwarkanath, Krishna, had resolved to take her away. She was feeling overwhelmed in her heart. Seeing Lord Krishna arrived intently in the marriage ceremonies of his daughter, King Bhishmak welcomed him. Seeing him, even the common people of Vidarbha prayed, "May our Princess Rukmani get Shri Krishna as her husband." At the same time, Rukmani emerged from her palace to go to the temple of Ambik Devi. Soldiers were guarding her. In the temple, Rukmani prayed peacefully, "O Mother Ambika, I greet you and Ganpati, who is sitting in your lap. I seek your blessing that may my wish be fulfilled, and may I receive Shri Krishna as my husband." On her way back, Rukmani was walking very slowly, for she was awaiting Lord's arrival, which was due in any moment. Just then, Lord Krishna appeared before her. Before she could ride her chariot, Lord lifted her from amidst the crowd. And in the presence of hundreds of kings, Krishna and Balram eloped away with Rukmani. Krishna defeats Rukmi and marries Rukmani. Hearing the news that Krishna has eloped with Rukmani, Rukmi and all other kings present there boiled with anger. Accompanied by their huge armies, they decided to give them a chase. Thus, chased by them, Yanvanishis stopped and encountered the kings boldly. With a true ambition to win, brave Yadav soldiers defeated the enemies. All the kings like Jarasandh fled for their lives. Rukmi had resolved that without getting Rukmani released from Krishna's captivity, he would not show his face in Kundanpur. He chased Lord Krishna for long. But Dwarkanath defeated him and got his head shaved. Thus defeating all the kings, Lord Krishna brought Rukmani to Dwarka. There they got married formally. All the people of Dwarka celebrated festivities for many days. People presented them with lot of precious gifts. All the people were in great joy to see Lakshmi as Rukmani with her husband Lord. Birth of Pradyumna, killing of Shabrasur. Kamdev was a part of Lord himself. After getting incinerated by Rudra, Kamdev took refuge in the Supreme Lord to get an incarnation once more. Thus, Kamdev was born as Rukmani's first son Pradyumna. But just after his birth, Pradyumna was kidnapped by a demon Shambharsur. The demon dropped the baby into the sea, where a huge fish swallowed him in whole. Coincidentally, the fish was caught by the fishers and presented to the kitchen of Shambharsur. When the cooks cut the fish open, an extremely beautiful baby emerged. Mayavati, the governess of the kitchen, felt overjoyed to see the baby. She began to rear the baby with love and affection. Once Narada arrived in the kitchen and said, "Mayavati, do you know who is in your lap?" "No, O Devarshi. I found him from the belly of a fish," said Mayavati. Devarshi Narada said, "He is your husband, Kamdev, and you are his wife Rati. In this birth, he has appeared as Pradyumna, the son of Krishna." Hearing this, Mayavati saluted Narada with respect. Since then she regarded Pradyumna as her husband and served him accordingly. When Pradyumna matured, Mayavati reminded him about his real appearance. Pradyumna, thereafter, killed Shambarsur and got married with Mayavati. Then the couple arrived in Dwarka. Tale of Syamanthak the gem and its theft. A person named Satyajit was a great devotee of Lord Suryanarayan. Pleased by his devotion, Suryadev presented him a gem called Syamanthak. The gem had radiance equal to the sun. Bearing that gem, Satyajit arrived in Lord's court. By the radiance of his gem, all the people and the courtiers mistook him for Suryadev and stood in his regard. But the Lord recognized him and asked his courtiers to be calm. Then to Satyajit, Lord said, Satyajit, your gem is really very beautiful. Nana, maternal grandfather, Ugrasen is the king of this region. If you present this gem to him, it will be very good. But Satyajit refused to present that gem. One day, later on, Satyajit's brother Prasenjit went hunting, wearing the gem in his neck. In the forest a lion killed him and snatched the gem. The lion was in turn killed by the bear king Jambavant. Jambavant took the gem to his cave and gave it to his children to play with. When Prasenjit did not return from hunting, Satyajit felt sorry and accused Krishna that he had killed his brother for the gem. When Lord Krishna heard that he was being blamed for the mishap, he himself went to the forests. There he found the dead body of Prasenjit, but there was no sign of gem around the cadaver. He found only footprints of a lion leaving from there. Following the footprints, he discovered the dead lion and the footprints of a great bear. Following the footprints, he reached in the cave where Jambavant's daughter Jambavati was playing with the gem. As soon as Lord Krishna proceeded to take the gem, Jambavant arrived. A fierce duel resulted between them. They continued to fight for 26 days without truce. On the 27th day, Jambavant requested Lord, "Please wait, O Lord." Lord said, "Do you want to take rest?" "No," said Jambavant, "I have recognized you. You are none other than Lord Narayana himself. Nobody else has the power to defeat me." Lord appeared before Jambavant as Sri Rama. Jambavant prayed and worshipped him. He was feeling guilty that he dared to fight Lord. Lord said that he had arrived there for the gem only. Jambavant gave him the gem and also his daughter Jambavati. Lord Krishna returned the gem to Satyajit and married Jambavati formally. Krishna's other marriages. 1. Lord Krishna summoned Satyajit to his court and in the presence of the king Ugrasen related the sequence of incidents that took place in the jungle. Satyajit felt ashamed. With a feeling of repentance, he took the gem. He was getting afraid also that he made enmity with Lord Krishna without reason. Hence, to expiate his crime, Satyajit thought of presenting the gem Syamanthak and his daughter Satyabhama to Lord Krishna. Lord Krishna accepted Satyabhama as his wife, but returned the gem to Satyajit saying, "It is a gift of Lord Suryadev. Keep it with you. You are required to deposit the gold that you get from it in the royal treasure." Akrira and Kritvarma were not pleased with the marriage of Satyabhama. So they got Satyajit killed by Shraddhanva. Shraddhanva killed Satyajit in his sleep and absconded with the gem. Lord Krishna was then away in Hastinapur. Satyabhama too reached there and informed Krishna about her father's assassination. With Balram, Lord Krishna chased Shatdhanva. But even after killing him, they could not trace the gem. Shatdhanva had given the gem to Akrira to keep till his return. But after the death of Shatdhanva, frightened Akrira came to stay in Kashi. From the effect of the gem, Akrira performed many grand yagyas there. Lord Krishna summoned Akrira from Kashi. After welcoming and treating him in the court, Lord Krishna asked him about the gem. Akrira showed the gem in the court. But Lord returned the gem to Akrira. Once Lord Krishna visited Indraprasth to see Pandavas. There riding a chariot with Arjuna. He came to the forests. On the bank of river Yamuna, a pretty woman was observing penance. By the instinct of God, Arjuna drew near her and asked for her identity. She said, I am Kalindi, the daughter of Suryadev. I am penancing here in order to get married with Lord Krishna. Lord Krishna got Kalindi boarded on the chariot and got married to her. Formerly 3. Mitravinda was the sister of Vind Anuvind, the king of Ujjain. She had a desire to get Lord Krishna as her husband. But her brother, Vind Anuvind, was a follower of Duryodhan. So he stopped his sister Mitravinda from getting married to Krishna. But Krishna eloped with Mitravinda from the court and got married to her formally later on. 4. Satya was the daughter of Nagnajit, the king of Kaushal. She was extremely beautiful lady. The king had resolved that he would marry his daughter only to him who would defeat his 7 most formidable oxen. Many princes has tried their luck since then but failed. When Lord Krishna heard about that, he reached Kaushal with his army. The king of Kaushal welcomed and treated him well and told him about his resolution. Lord Krishna then took 7 guises and in no time defeated his 7 formidable oxen. Gladly the king married his daughter Satya to Lord Krishna. 5. Parashar says, Parikshit, Lord Krishna's aunt, father's sister, Shrutkirti was married in the kingdom of Kakoja. Bhadra was the daughter of Shrutkirti. Bhadra's brothers like Santardhan, etc. themselves had got their sister married to Lord Krishna. 6. Lakshman was the daughter of the king of Madra. She was very beautiful and meritorious. Lord Krishna abducted her all alone from the Swayamvara organized for her marriage. Later, Lord Krishna married to her formally. Salvation of Bhaumsur. Pragajyotishpur was the capital of the demon Bhaumsur. He was very strong and powerful. He had snatched the canopy of Varuna, earrings of Aditi, the mother of the gods, and Maniparvat of the gods on Meru. Apart from these, he had also captured 16,100 princesses as well. Devraj Indra himself visited Dwarka and prayed Lord Krishna to get them rid of Bhaumsur's atrocities. With the dear wife Satyabhama and riding his vehicle Garuda, Lord Krishna arrived in the capital of Bhaumsur. But to enter Pragajyotishpur was an impossible task. But with the blows of his make and arrows, Lord Krishna easily broke the hills, destroyed strategic positions and cut the snares with sword. By his wheel he destroyed the walls of fire, water and air. With the loud sound of conch, Lord Krishna rendered the machines installed there useless. Ultimately, Krishna destroyed the rampart of the citadel. Disturbed by the noise, the 5-headed demon Mur ran with a trident to kill Krishna. But with a single shot of his arrow, Lord Krishna broke his trident and cut his head with his wheel. Soldiers and commanders of Bhaumsur were also killed. Bhaumsur then came himself to fight. He had donned a shining crown and was wearing big earrings. With his wheel, Lord Krishna cut the demon's head. As soon as he beheaded the demon, the gods showered flowers on Lord Krishna and worshipped him. Even the Mother Earth came and put a garland of 5 colors around Lord's neck. She also presented to him the earrings of Aditi, canopy of Varuna, and a great gem. At the request of Earth, Lord Krishna assured Bhaumsur's son Bhagdatta freedom from his fears. 7. After slaying Bhaumsur, Lord Krishna entered his palace. There he released the 16,100 captive princesses. The princesses were very much impressed by Lord Krishna. They had all accepted in their mind Lord Krishna as their husband. Lord Krishna too bowed before their love and accepted them as his wives and arranged to send them to Dwarka. Pradyumna's marriage with Rukmavati. Rukmavati was the daughter of Rukmi, the brother of Rukmani. When a Swayamvara was organized for her, she saw Pradyumna. She was so impressed by him that she chose him as her husband. But it was not acceptable to other princes. They tried to stop their marriage. But, defeating them all, Pradyumna abducted Rukmavati and married her formally. Then to please his sister Rukmani, Rukmi got his granddaughter Rochna married to Rukmani's grandsons Anirudh. Marriage of Usha-Niruddh. The son of the demon king Bali, Banasur was a great devotee of Lord Shiva. Banasur ruled over the kingdom Shonitpur. By the grace of Lord Shiva, he had received 1,000 arms. Even all the gods including Indra used to serve him. Thus blinded by his physical strength, Banasur sought a boon from Lord to meet a match for his strength. Lord Shiva said, "O fool, your thirst for war shall be quenched when your flag is broken." Banasur had a daughter named Usha. Once she had a dream in which Anirudh was making love with her. She was very much perplexed by the dream. After a few days, with the help of her friend Chitralekha, Anirudh sneaked into her palace. He stayed there and enjoyed the company of Usha for long. But Anirudh's clandestine stay could not remain hidden from the eyes of Bansura. So he put Anirudh in prison. There in Dwarka, everyone was worried by Anirudh's long absence. It was Narda who ultimately revealed the fact that Anirudh was in the prison of Banasur. Hearing the news, Lord Krishna launched an attack on Banasur. His armies surrounded Shonitpur. During Gurbandi, the flag of Banasur's palace fell. Lord Shankar arrived to assist Banasur. Lord Krishna cut all the arms of Banasur. At the request of Shiva, he left only 4 of his arms intact. Banasur bowed his head before Lord Krishna and brought Anirudh and Usha respectfully before him. With them Lord Krishna returned to Dwarka, where formal marriage of Usha and Anirudh took place. Tale of the King Nrig. Once, Lord Krishna's sons visited the forests. There they saw a huge chameleon fallen in a large, deep well. They tried to pull it out, but in vain. The princess, therefore, returned to the palace and related this strange episode to Lord Krishna. Lord Krishna too came to the well and with his left hand easily pulled the chameleon out. As soon as the chameleon came out, it turned into a divine god and began to worship Krishna. He said, "O Lord Krishna, I am Nrig. The king Ikshvaku was my father. In my life, I had donated uncountable numbers of cows to the Brahmins. But once a cow, donated by me, returned to my cowshed. By mistake I made a resolution to donate it to another Brahman. My action led to a dispute between the two Brahmins, and my wisdom failed to settle their dispute. Both the Brahmins went away unsatisfied, but I met this fate after death. Since then, I had been in this well in the form of a chameleon. Now, by the graceful touch of your hands, O Lord, I have received salvation." King Nrig then went around Lord Krishna and returned to his heavenly abode. Salvation of Pondarak. Once Balram and Krishna had gone to Braj to see Nanda Baba there. Meanwhile the king Pondarak of Karush sent an envoy to Lord Krishna with a message that said, "I am Lord Vasudev." Pondarak's envoy arrived in the court and read out the message, "To bestow my grace on the people, I have taken an incarnation. You have falsely named yourself as Vasudev and bore my insignia. Take my refuge or face the battle." Hearing the message of Pondarak, Ugrasen and other courtiers began to laugh. Lord Krishna asked the envoy to inform Pondarak that he would launch his wheel on him and his army. Receiving the message, Pondarak launched an attack on Dwarka with two Akshauhini armies. The king of Kashi was a friend of Pondarak. He too came to his assistance with 3 Akshauhini armies. Pondarak had disguised as Vasudev and was bearing artificial conch, wheel, make and lotus, and he had also adorned swastika, kaustubh, etc. All the people began to laugh at Pondarak's clown-like attire. In no time, Lord Krishna stripped him of all his adornments. His wheel cut his head. Then with an arrow Lord Krishna cut the head of the king of Kashi. His head fell in front of his palace's gate. Sudakshan, the son of the Kashi king, organized a grand yajna to avenge his father's killing. An ogress, Kritya, emerged from the yajna and began to burn Dwarka. All the people prayed Krishna to protect them. Lord Krishna assured them to be fearless and ordered his wheel Sudarshan to kill Kritya. Sudarshan extinguished the fire, killed Kritya and destroyed Kashi. Then it returned to Lord Krishna's finger. Salvation of Dvivid. There was once a monkey named Dvivid. He was the friend of Bhaumsur. When Dvivid heard about Bhaumsur's killing by Sri Krishna, he began to cause large-scale destruction in the kingdom. His disruptive activities in the country began to terrorize the subjects of Lord Krishna. Once hearing sweet music, the monkey was drawn towards the Raptak mountain. There he saw Balram amidst beautiful young women. The monkey began to behave indecently. Angered by his indecency, Balram hit him with his pestle, named Sunand, and killed the monkey. Marriage of Sambh. Sambh was the son of Lord Krishna and born to Jambavati. He had kidnapped Lakshman, the daughter of Duryodhan, from her Swayamvara. Infuriated Kauravas chased them and, with difficulty, they caught Sambh and tied him. When the Yaduvanshis got the news, they began preparations to launch an attack on Kauravas. Balram pacified them and reached Hastinapur alone. There he received a warm welcome from the Kauravas. Balram said to them, "It is an order of the king Ugrasen that you should see Sambhav with his newly wedded wife." Hearing Balram's words, Kauravas got angry and began to deride Yaduvanshis. Infuriated by Kauravas' derision, Balram trained his pestle and plough. He intended to turn over the town of Hastinapur into the river Yamuna. When the city began to shake, Kauravas felt perplexed and begged Balram for his pardon. Balram assured them to be fearless and returned to Dwarka with Sambh and his newly wedded wife Lakshman.